Back with another Hellraiser PCS statue. And what was it that Pinhead said in that one movie?
Ladies first.
Apparently not with PCS. Ladies last. So Butterball is up next, and let's get into it.
Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to Gotham.
Cenobites.
Jesus Christ. Heavens, no. Same city, completely different zip code.
Welcome back, YouTube, to another video. You clicked on Gotham Cenobites. I'm Terry, and today we are doing another Gotham Gavel. We are in session, and today we are talking about PCS's third outing, Butterball, the Butterball Cenobite. I think he's only in the first two movies. He's one of the... Well, I guess the female never comes back either. But Chatterer comes back somehow. But if you're unfamiliar with the movie, they all four perish at the end of the second movie. Pinhead, being Pinhead, makes it out. Anyways, we're not here to discuss movies. We're here to discuss the PCS 1/3 scale Butterball. And I do have to say, I'm getting these pictures and have quite a little scare. Because I saw 19 inches tall. And then I'm putting it up against Pinhead that was 31 inches tall, and I'm just like, how in the fuck is he 12 inches shorter? I mean, that makes Butterball, if you account for the base, that makes Butterball under 4 feet. But of course, you know, I went and asked a question in one of the groups, and I go back to the PCS website and actually read the description. I mean, that would help, right? And come to find out, he is 29 inches tall, which is much better in line for third scale. But before we get into pictures, I do want to say I really wish the ANT or PCS in general would make this kind of information more available under the statues. But I went asking Google who sculpted the PCS Butterball, and this is what they said. It says it was digitally sculpted by Gabriel R. Martins, who is credited for sculpting Pinhead as well. But it says with the art direction of the Kucharik brothers and supervision by Ant Adams. And then of course on this same picture you see Franco Carlissimo saying that he worked on it. So I think it was a combination probably of the Kucharik brothers, this Gabriel Martins guy, and Franco Carlissimo sculpted this statue. Now, again, it's not like Sideshow. They don't tell you who painted it, who painted this prototype, or who was the lead, or any of the sculptors. I really wish that information was just like Sideshow. I mean, I guess Prime 1 never releases that bullshit either, but I mean, I don't know, to me, as many of these good artists that PCS employs, it would behooves me why they don't give them more credit under the statue on the website. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. That's, no more delay. Let's jump into pictures. Let's go and look and talk about this thing. Alrighty, so getting into these pictures, and I want to say, like, from the first time I saw these 3 pictures on the website, I mean, I don't know if I have a keen eye for his work or anything, but I could tell that Franco helped out on this one. But his stuff is probably what I love the most about the Chatterer. But I think we're gonna talk about him some more once we get to the end of this. But looking at this first slide with these pictures, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's Butterball, which, I mean, I think I said it in the Chatterer video. I mean, it really didn't see a whole lot in those older movies to get this kind of detail. So, I mean, this, compared to the movie, this looks fantastic already, I think. And this next one is just showing you a picture of the side and the back. And yeah, I don't really recall a scene where we see his back in the movie. Well, at least not, this detailed again. But yeah, I mean, it's Butterball. And yes, getting into the portraits in this next slide, I think this is my favorite, absolute favorite part of the statue. But yeah, I think I kind of some messages from a friend or two. They're just thinking about how this looks so bad. I'm like, it's accurate. You might not like how he looks, but it's pretty fucking accurate. But yeah, I mean, this is probably my favorite look of the portrait. But yeah, speaking of the other portrait, we're gonna look at it from afar first. So this next slide it's a different head because it's a different. There's tongue action. You can't see it until the next one where we get super close. But yeah, I mean, at one point he takes the glasses off, and we're gonna bring that up again at the end. But yeah, I mean, I like the other head better, and getting into the close-ups, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I think he's supposed to be this kind of representation of I don't know, sloth. I don't know, this nasty, demon or Cenobite, but he definitely looks disgusting. And then the tongue action, which is from one of the movies, so yep. And then I got some, it is what it is, right? So now we're getting into some close-ups and other parts of the statue to talk about. Yeah, the back, again, I don't think his back was really shown with a whole lot of detail in the movie, but I mean, it looks great. I mean, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. This is probably going to come out of the box all at one piece, except for the base of the portrait, if I had to guess. But yeah, getting into the stomach, this next picture, and this is going to be a huge point of emphasis when we get to the end. We're going to try to stomach through these pictures. But yeah, I mean, this, I'm not crazy. I don't know if it's, I mean, for some reason, there was more lighting than this for the Pinhead pictures, and there was Chatterer was absolutely lit the fuck up in this picture. I don't know if it's the lighting for this, but to me, this, for a $1,200 or $1,500 statue, this looks a little toyish to me. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I mean, the sculpt is there, I think. I don't know about paint, Anyways, so one thing he is known for is his little surgeon bag, and I think at one point, when I had life-size Pinhead, I actually bought the, because I had the life-size Pinhead at one point that you got from Spirit Halloween, and I found Butterball's toolkit, and I had it strapped to my Pinhead. If I can dig up a picture of that thing on my Facebook, I'll go ahead and put that over my face right now, but yeah. This is toolkit, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks better than my little Nico. And again, this is going to be one of the huge negatives. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But yeah, I really think it's a missed opportunity for 1/3 scale statues to all have the same exact base. But having said that, it looks good. I mean, it looks good. I mean, you could have at least had, two of them be the box on the base, but like maybe closed, because this box is what you would call open. But yeah, just to kind of put some flavor in there, maybe have two of them on a box, not just open box. But yeah, I think I'm gonna die on that sword alone. I just don't like the idea of them all having the same exact base. But anyways, again, that is all. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's not too much to go over and talk about. But this picture here, again, when I went and looked again today, and I'm filming this the day before it goes live, but this picture was taken down, because again, the 19 is inaccurate. It is 29 inches tall, and again, just like the other two, they're 14 wide, 14 deep. So if you have them on the shelf, and what's weird is the other two kind of have that black thing under their box base. I can't imagine that they're all either gonna have it, or they're all gonna not have it. I imagine they're gonna look the same. But yeah, I mean, it fits right in line with them at 29 inches, not 19. But flipping over, and the reason I'm filming a day early is because he actually put the prices up. So If you're familiar with PCS, there's a small window, what's called the early bird. So the early bird price is $12.60, and I want to say the other two were right around this same price. I think I remember a $12.50. Maybe I'm wrong, but if you do not pre-order it in that window, it will be $1,400. And again, the measurements and then the ship date is April 2027 to June 2027. So, yeah, you believe that's a pretty quick damn gavel. As you see, this last picture I made, and again, they're all up there now except the female. No ladies first for PCS. But what I wanted to get into, kind of at the end here, is I don't know if I like this pose with Butterball, and I think you had a missed opportunity, because what I'm seeing with this particular statue and with the Chatterer is that there's no outside the box. There's no want to differ themselves from previous sculpts or previous attempts at this, because this picture, there is an unlicensed kit that's out there for sale that you can either put together, or I'm sure by now there's some STLs where you can find this and print it yourself. But if you look at it, it is the same exact pose as this new 1/3 statue, and I really wish with PCS Chatterer and this PCS Butterball that they would have done something different. I mean, like, there's a scene in the movie, again, include this, that's fine. I don't know why the hell he's never doing this in any of the movies, why that kit has it like this, or why this statue has it digging at his stomach. But there's a scene, I think it's the first movie, where he takes his glasses off, and I think that would have been a nice opportunity to be different, having him holding the glasses with the other portrait. I don't know, man. I really wish that Ant and PCS would do something to separate themselves from shit that's already been done. I mean, like, I'm not the biggest horror fan, but I am a humongous Hellraiser fan, so I don't have that kit, but I have other Butterballs, and there's no incentive for me to buy these statues. But hey, money. Sure, money is the reason, because by the time all 4 of these release, you're looking at $5,000 to get all 4 of them. So money's definitely an issue, and I just don't want to spend it on these. But another big issue is space. These things command a ton of space, so them just being the same as everything that's come before gives me no incentive to buy them, because I already have. Sure, it's not 3rd scale, it's 1/4 scale of some of it. The one Chatterer I have that looks just like his is probably like more like 1/5, but still, it's these are not different enough for me to make room and start the conversation. I mean, I know I could get them if I wanted to, but they're not different enough besides from being humongous. So, and then just thinking about what's coming with the female, and I want to briefly talk about the Chatterer. But what I'm trying to say with the other point is, no, I cannot give it the Gotham stamp of approval, because it looks like everything else that's been done so far. So that's going to wrap up the gavel. The rest is just going to be me babbling. So, if you're still here, I know the female is coming. I mean, because he's probably doing these first 4. But what I thought about Chatterer is, you're pretty much basing these statues around the first 2 movies. Sure. So maybe he's going to do a Chenard. That would be cool. Nobody's ever done that shit before. But I really thought he missed the mark with the portraits for Chatterer. I feel like one portrait of the regular Chatterer should have been enough. The second portrait should have been this one from the second movie, where he has eyes, nose, and ears. I think collectors would have liked this. It's totally different look. It's accurate to the first 2 movies that feature these 4 Cenobites. I think he missed a huge mark, not including that head has to swap out for Chatterer. Being that he missed the mark, in my opinion, with it, I think the female will already fail if he doesn't give you both heads. What I mean by both heads is there's different actresses in the movie in Hellraiser 1 and 2. Barbie is from the second movie, and somehow she's my favorite, and she's more iconic, but there's other diehard fans and collectors that prefer the female from the first movie. So I really think you're gonna piss off half of the Hellraiser collecting world or fan base if you don't include both heads, because some people are gonna want that first female head, and some people are gonna prefer the Barbie head. So I mean, that's what this slide is for. And if you don't include both of these, in my opinion, no matter what the rest of the statue looks like, it's a fail for me. But yeah, that's just one man's ramblings and opinions, and we haven't had the best history, but I don't know, I'm kind of getting into a point in my life where hating is just, yeah, something I want to move on from. I want these to succeed, and the reason I want them to succeed is because whether it's 1/3 or if you go down to 1/4, the library of Cenobites that you could do that I don't have is insane. I mean, in Hellraiser 3 alone, I know I just talked about the actress's name Barbie, but there is a Barbie Cenobite. So in Hellraiser 3 alone, you've got Barbie, Piston Head, Camera Head, CD, Terry. So that's 5 just from Hellraiser 3. Hellraiser 4, so 3 and 4 are my favorite movies, and nobody ever does fucking shit from these movies. But Hellraiser 4, you have the dog, the Chatter Beast, you have Angelique, who I take my money if you make Angelique. You have the cop, the twins, they get twisted together. Hellraiser 5, if you're keeping up with me, folks, you have the Wire Twins, you have Torso. Hellraiser 6, introduces Chatterer 3, which is my favorite version of Chatterer. And then you have the bound female, you have the bound male, who their backstory is kind of really fucked up, but that's another video. You have Surgeon from those movies, you have Stitch. I mean, the amount of Cenobites. No, I forgot one of them from the first movie, the Wall Walker, or the Engineer. If he does an engineer, or I grew up watching these movies. I know that sounds fucked up, but I saw all these movies at a very young age. That Wall Walker is what I called it. It scared the shit out of me. But if he does a 1/3 or 1/4 Wall Walker or Engineer Cenobite, I probably would get it. And all of those others that I've just talked about, that's just from these movies, I would probably get. Because there's some of them, I would definitely buy everything from Hellraiser 3. Probably 4. Anyways, plus you still have the remake with the female Pinhead, and there's at least 5 other Cenobites in that movie. So, yeah, I'm done being negative. I hope these succeed, because I hope you go beyond these 4 Cenobites. That's my name, Gotham Cenobite. I would love to review other Cenobite licensed statues. The person who owns this license, I cannot believe. And that's another thing. This Butterball sculpt pose, is this the licensor making you do this, or is this just you not thinking outside the box, trying to be different? Either way, if it's the licensor, it's fucking stupid. And I really wish, I don't know. It's pointless to keep rambling about it, because I'm not going to buy it. But, yeah, I would love to hear all you guys' opinion about everything I just rambled about. And then, of course, Butterball, right? Here is the gavel. I'll give it to you. You let me know in the comments. Do you agree with anything I've said? Do you disagree? And what do you think about Butterball? And I can't wait to talk about the female. He released Pinhead December, Chatterer in March. Here we are in June, so I would imagine around September, October, I'll be back to talk about the female from PCS. And again, guys, there is still time. Get both female faces sculpted, please, please. Alright, guys, I have a lot of stuff planned for the channel. You guys stick around. I appreciate you all watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, please, and then subscribe if you want to stick around. And so yeah, thank you all so much for making it to the end of the video. And then regardless of what is next, I'll catch you guys there on the next one. Peace.
Quits a journey.